You know what? It's great to be an adult and just make adult decisions. I've been saying for months, actually since last year, I'm not going to get an Xbox Series X. And it's not that I don't want one, but for one, I have a PC, a pretty powerful PC, and I can play all the Xbox exclusives up there. I already subscribed to Game Pass, and I still have my Xbox One X. So what's really the point in getting an Xbox Series X? Oh, yeah, I did get one. And I'll explain how and why today in another super cool unboxing. Alright, so I am here with the Xbox Series X, and yes, I was able to find one in the wild. I actually got this at Target yesterday, and I know what you're thinking. I waited a whole day to open it, yes, because I was tired and I didn't feel like recording a video, but I wanted to do this unboxing so we could experience this together. The hardware, because I have not seen the Xbox Series X in person and got to hold it. But if you watched my PS5 unboxing video from earlier this year, I've been following, I think his name is Matt Swider or Matt Swinder, I can't remember, on Twitter. And he basically tweets out anytime there's a PS5 or Xbox, and he also started doing graphics cards as stock. I'm gonna be honest, graphics cards are still like impossible to get for me, but I just happened to still be following him after I got my PS5. And he tweeted out they had Xbox Restart at Target, and I had been thinking about getting the Xbox because since I got the PS5, and I realized how fast that storage was, and that's something that you really can't get gaming-wise on PC right now. It kind of does add value to these new systems. Like, the load times on the games that are built for the PS5 are amazing, so I kind of got curious to see what the Xbox side is like. And I saw the notification yesterday. I was 13 minutes late, but since Target does store pickup, I was able to find a Target in the area that still had one, went and grabbed it after work. So if you're really trying to get a PS5 or Xbox, I recommend following that dude on Twitter. Like, I was able to easily get one, or not easily, but I was able to get one of each in the last few months just by staying on top of my notifications, and that's all I had to do was just go there. He tweeted out, has the links and stuff, and then go to the link, bam, it's ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and start this process. So this has a little pull tab on the side. You know how I like my pull tabs, just a classic Mike texted out the pull tabs, the vintage. Here we go. All right, this is trash. I don't want to mess up the box art. Master Chief, where are you at? We've been waiting for years. I'm garbage at this still, no matter how many years I've been doing this. There's another pull tab over here. This is a full frontal experience, I think. I think this is a pull down, full frontal. You get everything. Microsoft got a lot, like for real. They got tabs all over the box. They want to make sure it's secure when you get it. They ain't playing with us with these tabs. Oh. Power your dreams? Is this real? My dreams are like electrified right now because of this Xbox. Oh my gosh, this is like a brick. Okay, I don't know how they expect me to get this out. Power my dreams. Hopefully you can power my muscles enough to pull this thing because it's dense. All right, here we go. I don't know which one's the top or the bottom. So I'm just gonna lay it on sideways the way it came in the box. Now, we got this. You got some pretty hefty styrofoam here too. So I do appreciate when they got good packaging, and the packaging is actually really good. And then what else do you get in here? You get like your kind of starter kit. It kind of explains where everything is on the console. You know, your USBs, your Ethernet, and then you have the expansion slot for the SSD card, the power cord, and then your HDMI port. There's no HDMI in this time, unfortunately, if you were a fan of that on the Xbox One, where you could plug other systems into it and kind of do a picture-in-picture. It was always a weird thing. It was for cable, and then that whole idea kind of died, and it just stayed on the Xbox the rest of that generation. So yeah, that was the thing. All right, and then we have a little mini box in here. And inside this mini box, we have our power cord. Comes with an HDMI cable. Even though we have 300 HDMI cables, I always appreciate getting a free one. You never have too many free HDMI cables. This is the controller. And then, I don't think there's anything else in this box. Nope, that's it. You got your full Xbox gaming experience all in one box. I do like the whole overall presentation. And this box is actually really sturdy, which is great for keeping things from getting banged up and shipping. And this styrofoam is like super durable too, and you can recycle it. This isn't actually styrofoam, it's that other kind of foam that you can recycle, which is good because I hate having to throw away a bunch of styrofoam in my trash can. I'd rather be able to recycle it. So let's get the box out of the way. We're done with the box. The box is officially finito. We are gonna have a look first at the controller, because this is the first time that I've had the new controller. I have the Pro controller, so I have used this D-pad before, but I haven't seen the new controller, and it's pretty much the same. The D-pad is nice, and this D-pad is really clicky. It's probably just because it's a new controller and not used to that new. Like, when your controller gets old and crusty, and then you kind of get used to it being old and crusty. And then they also got USB-C on the back now, so that's a nice touch. No one wants to have to deal with micro USB anymore. We passed that, we've evolved, we've grown from that. And then you get your 2 batteries in here. Now this is the most important thing, is what brand are these batteries gonna be? Because I'm hoping for some high quality. Hold on, they got the Duracells in here. You don't have to go all out like that, Microsoft. You can put the Duracells in here. They got Duracells. I will give them credit for that. I mean, granted, on the PS5, you don't really need batteries for the controller, but some people like that more. I'm kind of in the middle. I like having a rechargeable battery, but I still think that, I keep saying PS4, I said PS4 before. I think the PS5 and the PS4 battery life are pretty bad. Now it's not as much of an issue because I got my hand on the charging cradle for the PS5, but definitely in the PS4 era, controllers die all the time, and PS5 battery life controller-wise isn't great. So let's go ahead and open this. This thing really is like a monstrosity, but I can already tell, as far as a system that you can put places easily, or a lot easier than the PS5 at least, this is a lot easier to put places than the PS5. So, not that the PS5 is bad, I really like the design, but yeah, we noticed how massive it was when we had to finally decide to put it somewhere, like in a TV stand, and we were like, oh, this thing is horrible. Alright, oh, I got shocked.
Alright, oh, I got shocked.
This is the system, and man, this is pretty compact. I think it looks a lot bigger online, and it's got the little green inside here. I kind of like that on the top. I wasn't sure if that was just like an art thing or if it actually was green, but yeah, it's got a little green in here. You can actually see the fan. It's actually a pretty good sized fan, and overall, aside from it being heavy, it's nothing like that's going to stand out in your entertainment stand, but some people like that as more of a minimalist look. I like how small it is. The height restrictions though, it might be too tall to fit in some people's entertainment stands, so you definitely want to measure it up. Overall, aside from this being heavy as crap, this is a nice design. It's like the opposite of the PS5, and I think it's good for the designs to be unique. I mentioned that before. I'm glad that each system, the Switch, the PS5, and the Xbox all have their unique designs this time. And here's your stuff in the back. So you got 2 USB ports back here, and then you got your storage card. Now, some people are gonna feel some type of way about the storage card thing, and it's good and bad, and I'll get into it. Then of course you got your HDMI out, your power adapter, or the part where your power adapter plugs in at. There's 1 USB on the front, and then of course you have the disk drive up here with the eject button. I wish that they would do more than 1 USB at the front, but yeah, overall I really like it. Now, as far as the storage thing, proprietary things most of the time sucks, and I know that Sony is allowing standard hard drives to go in there, but as a result, it's kind of been more of a mess for them, at least at launch, because for one, the feature isn't out yet, so you can't upgrade the storage. Technically, it has an 800 gig hard drive. This has a 1 terabyte, of course, before formatting and everything. So it already has a smaller hard drive, and then you can't really upgrade the storage off the bat either. They still haven't rolled out that feature yet. So I think for being ready out of the gate and having storage available, granted expensive storage, because I mean, yeah, a drive this size, a 1 terabyte drive at this speed would be around $200 anyway. But at least they have something ready to go at launch, and even though it's proprietary and it's only for the Xbox, I will give them that. I think as far as a more consumer-friendly option is definitely Sony as far as a storage upgrade, because once they roll it out, you can just slide in an M.2 and kind of be done with it as long as it meets their specifications. Now, one thing I want to do here, while I got this, I still have my Xbox One X, the one that I won from Taco Bell. I did an unboxing video about that a while ago. Doesn't get much use because I already had an Xbox before and I sold that one, but just generally I just was playing everything on PC. But now that these new consoles have super fast storage and the load times and stuff, I'm actually excited to play stuff on Xbox again. But we can see here that actually these are like almost exactly the same height if we're looking at the Series X with the One X, but it's like 3 of these width-wise. Like it's like 3 Xbox One X's as far as like the width, but of course it's also shorter. So even if you cut this in half and put it beside here, it would probably still be a little bit bigger than overall than an Xbox One X. I think they're probably about, ooh, that was good. Poor Taco Bell Xbox. I think they're equally as heavy. Actually, no, after picking up the One X, it feels lighter. It's hard to tell, they're kind of the same. This just has all the weight centered in one place, so it feels really heavy, whereas this kind of does a better job of balancing it out, but they're both pretty heavy systems. Now, I also did a video recently on if it was even worth buying an Xbox, considering that they're bringing out xCloud streaming to smart TVs and then also to the Xbox One family, so you're going to be able to stream Series X games. And of course, there is a reason, because the quality is still going to be better on a native experience, and there's still going to be other games that you can play that aren't going to be available on streaming, like games that you have to buy, like Call of Duty, unless they strike a deal with Activision to bring Call of Duty to Game Pass. But basically, you're going to be restricted to Game Pass games if you just do streaming, whereas if you have a system, you can play whatever, and the quality is going to be better, and the latency is going to be lower. And that's definitely important if you want to play an online game where like you're competitive, you really can't do that very well right now over streaming. So there still are a lot of reasons to buy an Xbox. Overall, I think Microsoft did a really good job with the design of the system. I think Sony did a really good job as well, except for that stupid kickstand you have to use when the system's horizontal. But yes, overall, I'm excited to finally get this open and be able to play my Xbox Series X. So I'm going to go because I got some catching up to do. I missed all of yesterday opening the system. I got to go play some games. But if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and always do at least 2 things at the same time.